In SAC?
Above it, actually. Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut with Mike Kelly. How's it going?
It's going so well.
I better check those things. So that's good. Well, we sit here for a half hour talking,
and then we did the whole show and forgot to go live.
Let's see. Oh, it looks like we're not having the issue over there like other people are having issues this morning on Instagram.
What are they doing on Instagrams?
They just a lot of times they just have issues. It's technology. It doesn't work right, even though it's been around a while.
Yeah, every now and then they tweak something and something else breaks.
Well, it's like I had to explain to somebody else. I was on the Knowing last week, that thing, and they use Restream, which is another like StreamYard. But she was trying to give her code for Instagram for you to go live on Instagram. I'm like, I'm sorry, that's not how that works. I've been doing it. We have to generate, each one of us generates a code, and you put that code in, and that's how you can go live separately. Oh. And she's like, yeah, we couldn't get it to work. I'm like, that's because I've been doing this a little bit.
Yep. But I don't want a code. I don't like it when I got the sniffles.
I didn't say cold. Code.
Yeah, but when you got a cold and you're all plugged up, it sounds like code.
Yeah, well, you're all plugged up because of all the dust and everything out there. You sound it anyway.
No, I'm not. I was making.
I know, but you do sound it.
Do I?
Yes.
That's my morning voice.
Is it?
Every March, I get the Darth Vader voice.
Well, we're not March.
I know, but you'll get it.
We're July 1st today.
I know. Is that crazy or what?
El Loco.
El Loco. El Pollo Loco.
I only know a few things in Spanish.
Yeah, I know.
Enough to get me in trouble.
Order a bucket of Pacifico.
Dos Equis?
No, it's yo quiero un balde de Pacifico, por favor.
That's a lot.
I'd like 6 beers in a bucket, please.
You can't just say bucket of beer.
Yeah, and I was trying to be cool.
Are you?
Speak the language, the lingo.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have to really live down there to get it.
You really do, and you got to use it all the time. You go down there for 10 days or whatever, and you get good on a few things, and then you come back to the United States and you start talking like with all your friends, and they don't know Spanish.
Yeah, it's funny. Like you still say gracias to people. And it's like, whoops.
Yeah. You're in an Italian restaurant. Oh well, grazie.
Speaking of that, we were coming back from Napa one time. We stopped in this little town, and it was supposedly an Italian restaurant, and the guy was supposed to be Italian, but his Hispanic, and he had the most worst Geppetto accent ever that he was making up.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it was. We were like, this is ridiculous. Guess what? The meal tasted just as good.
Yeah. It doesn't matter to the waiter as long as the cook is good.
And the cook wasn't good.
Is it JOLTS today or tomorrow?
Yes, we got JOLTS today. We also have pretty much home price index stuff. A couple things are today. What do we have? I think we also have ISM Manufacturing. Yeah, ISM Manufacturing Index. Since I'm saying I'm here, might as well throw it. Which measures the health of the manufacturing industry in the U.S. Increased to 49.0 in the month of June, which was above expectations of 48.8.
So what does that mean?
But remains below 50, marking 4 consecutive months of contraction in the manufacturing sector. Because it's the tariffs.
Good morning, Camille. Nice to see you. I hope you're having fun at work.
It's the tariffs that are messing up everything.
The tariffs. Yeah. I think the tariffs are going to correct everything here fairly soon.
But so if you look more, the key components, employment index dropped to 45, missing estimates by 2 points. It's the lowest since March. New orders slipped to 46.4, also March low.
Okay.
Price paid rose to 69.7, higher than expecting, indicating some renewed inflation pressure in the manufacturing outputs. It's probably because of the aluminum that's coming from Canada. The amount of tariff that's on that thing is ridiculous right now.
Ridiculous.
I don't know about that.
Well, it's starting to even out a little bit. They're starting to go, oh, okay.
Well, the best part was the fact we're going to tax all the tech companies. We're going to put this tax on it, and they're going to have to pay it. And so now that thing's coming due, and Trump said, you know what, all talks are off. And then they came back on Monday and said, you know what, we're not going to do that anymore. Shocking. Yeah. All right. The Labor Department JOLTS report.
Let's talk about favorite.
That. Just making sure. So I'm just making sure that the numbers match. Yep. Rose by 374,000 to 7.769 million. That's 469,000 above expectations.
They had low expectations.
Yes, they did. On the surface, that looks strong, but dig deeper and it shows some mixed signals. It's like the dude out there, like telling everybody to come through the intersection at the same time.
Yeah.
Hiring rate slipped
with
from
no policeman.
Slipped from 3.5% to 3.4%, which matched the lowest since 2013, included COVID year. So that's The quit rate rose slightly from 2% to 2.1%, but still near 2016 lows. If I want to break this down for you, workers are hesitant to leave jobs. We know this.
Yep.
We suggest less confidence in the job market. Well, I know some people got laid off in March and they're no longer employees. They have to work as a contractor. So there are places like that are not hiring employees anymore. They're hiring contractors. And those are a lot of companies that aren't here in the United States. They're like in Canada and other places.
Well, it's an interesting way to get around insurance.
Yeah. Well, not only that, just California, you're employee first, contractor never. Unless you're in the real estate industry.
Exactly. And we fought hard to keep that designation.
Mortgages, all W-2 unless you have a company. Professional. So sector highlights we want to look at. Professional and business services are down 28%. I'm 28%, or down 28,000 job openings, 28%. I'm telling you, I got to go back to bed.
You were up too late.
A reversal from last month's gains. Healthcare and social assistance up 60,000, stable, less tied to economic cycles. Basically, there's more people get sick all the time and they have social issues. Leisure and hospitality rounded up with plus 279,000 openings, breaking a 3-month decline. I wonder why they're, it's because they all got kicked out of the country. So they're actually having to hire people.
Well, those people that were working and paying taxes didn't get kicked out of the country. It was the criminals that did.
I know. They're always saying everybody's getting kicked out.
Yeah.
So there was
Talk like a Democrat, look like a Democrat.
Okay, mister. Nice singing. Keep your day job.
I have to, because I can't sing. So the 28%.
Oh, you mean 28,000?
Oh, 28,000. Yeah, you said percentage.
I know. I messed up. Yeah.
The
job openings.
Job openings in leisure and hospitality.
No, that was professional and business services are down 28,000 job openings.
Oh, wow.
That's a reversal from last month's gain. So last month they showed more. Now they laid them all off. There was home price insight. So the COTALITY. Cotally. Why don't you make it hard?
I need to see it.
Used to be CoreLogic. How about we go with that? Formerly known as CoreLogic May report. Home prices rose 0.3 in May, below the 0.8 forecasted. Annual appreciation is now only 1.8%, down from 2% previously.
Really?
June forecast. Prices expected to rise 0.8%. The 2020. God, I cannot talk. I guess I should say I cannot read today.
You need sleep.
12-month forecast. The home value is projected to increase 4.2%, slightly down to 4.3%. Bottom line, it's still going up, people.
Yep.
Because we loved a 4 and 5% average increase over a 30-year period is what we used to get. And we love that. Everybody talked about how this is how you invest in real estate going forward, because you're going to get an average 4 to 5% increase each year. We're still getting more of that. And it's a bad time, supposedly.
Well, bad. It's obviously not that bad.
Bad to the bone.
Yeah.
I got one more if I
go
can
for
talk.
it. Yeah, go for
Apartment list rent report. See, they really throwing those things out at me today.
Yeah.
June rents trend. Rents rose 0.2, about half the seasonal norm. Rents are down about 0.7 year over year.
Right.
That means that's going to help inflation numbers. That's the best part of it. The question is really, why are we seeing a slowdown in the rental market?
Well, don't we think families are moving in together?
Well, let's see.
And so
Vacancy rates in multifamily housing hit 7%, the highest on record. There's more supply and fewer renters are leading to the weaker price power for landlords. Takeaway: while rents aren't falling off a cliff, they're clearly flattening out, which is good news for inflation watchers,
right,
and possibly for Fed decisions. But also, like you said, if people are losing jobs, if they're not working as much, or if they're scared, they're going to buckle down and live with somebody else.
Yeah, and if mom and dad don't have a basement, well, they'll live in the backyard in a tent
or in a shed that they convert into
an ADU. Yeah, exactly. Run a power cord out there and give them a TV, and hey, it's home.
Well, they have those little units at Costco you can put in there for air conditioning. And,
that's true.
I mean, it's not one of those split units, whatever they're called.
Those are even inexpensive anymore.
Yeah, but Costco sold them last year.
Did they?
It was like $1,200. Do it yourself model.
Pretty cheap.
The biggest problem is when most people do those, they do not get all the air out of the pipes.
Oh, what happens then?
Well, they're supposed to, then it doesn't last as long. They just connect them. You're supposed to actually use a pump, as I was told, to get all that extra air and everything else out of the actual thing
system.
Yeah.
Things you learn on Real Estate Jerky.
That's right. Yeah, so hire somebody to do that for you.
Yeah, you're always better off hiring somebody, because then you got someone to yell at if it breaks.
Well, you can always buy it and then hire somebody to install it.
That knows what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest headache on that whole system is just connecting the pipes and the electrical.
Yeah, I'm not a good electrician. I'm a better plumber than I am an electrician. Plumbing is not a problem for me.
I can do all this stuff. It's not my thing.
Yeah,
it's not what I like to do. It's like, I can build a shower outside, as you can see, but I don't really enjoy being out in the heat like that.
No, that's why you did it this winter.
It was not winter. It was still hot that day. Luckily, I had an umbrella, big umbrella out there.
Big umbrella. And a George dog standing right by you, wondering what you're doing.
No, he was like, "It's too hot out here, Dad."
So he was off sleeping.
Yeah, like he does now.
Yeah.
And he gets really upset when I'm not here in the studio with him all day, because he's like, "Oh, I can't believe I lost him."
Separation anxiety.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're found tied up to exercise equipment on the Virginia corridor. Yeah, you kind of have those.
Well,
things.
You know what? You lucked out.
Yeah,
you lucked out that he was still there when you got back from that run or whatever you were doing.
He lucked out.
Well, he lucked out big time.
Not me.
But I mean, you took him in, and he's a happy dog now.
Yeah, he swims and everything. Yep. Not amazing. He has to have a life jacket, but that's beside the point.
He sucks at the backstroke.
He's good, but then his eyes get really big when he's without that life jacket. Yeah, he's like, I'm sinking.
I don't know how long I can keep myself up.
My problem is I make him go around a few times now. That's his workout.
Oh, good.
Because when he walks outside, don't know why, but when they did his IQ, it wasn't very high. He drags his paws occasionally and trips.
Oh,
and then he scuffs them, and then they bleed, and it's like, it's not worth it.
Yeah, not worth it.
Yeah. All right, I'm done talking about other issues.
I didn't really have anything other than you had 4th of July weekend this weekend, so probably not going to be a lot of. Yeah, isn't Friday the 4th?
Yes, it is.
Since today's the 1st.
Yes, it is.
The 1st of July.
That's right.
This year is going so damn quickly. Then my neighbor and I say that after the 4th of July, boom, it's Christmas. It just goes by so quickly.
No, after the 4th of July, it's hot.
Yeah.
And then 3 months, it's so hot. I can't wait. It'll be hot. And then it's Christmas.
And then, so enjoy those hot days while they're here. And, hang out in your pool, come over, play some bocce ball, do whatever you want.
But I like it's not hot this weekend.
No, what is it going to be?
Usually 4th of July the week before, it's like, and it just gets sweltering. We're in 105 to 110, and we're only in the 90s this weekend.
That'll be nice.
Actually, no, 89 on Saturday.
I can remember several 4th of July.
Oh, it's coming the following Wednesday, because that's 94. So I assume it's going to go up from there.
Yeah. So I remember several 4th of Julys where it actually rained.
Really?
Yeah. Here in Modesto.
I saw a TikTok talking about the major areas that has like the most per capita for drug users. And Merced was number 3.
Who?
I was hoping we were not going to be on the list, and guess what? We were not on that list.
No.
It
was just top 10, right?
Yeah, it was top 5 actually. Reading was in that list. Someplace
was
way
2
up
and 1?
north.
Do you remember
that list? Huh?
Do you remember 2 and 1 was?
No, I'd have to find it again, but it was on the coast up It was a coastal area further up. Yeah.
But there's nothing to do except drugs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I was like surprised. I mean, not really surprised, but Merced and the other ones were down towards Oildale was number 5.
Where's Oildale?
Right next to Bakersfield.
Oh,
yeah, that's as you're going south, you hit Oildale, then Bakersfield. And that's where the bar was for the country singer. What's his name? It used to be down.
Merle Haggard?
Yes. So,
yeah.
Oildale was
He was
place.
a Bakersfield.
They say Bakersfield,
boy.
but it really was Oildale.
That's just where the bar was because he didn't want to get in trouble in his own town.
All right, we done now?
Yeah, we're done. Everybody have a great day.
Yeah,
we're going to be here tomorrow. I have some state numbers for you or some county numbers for you, and we'll chit chat.
All right. Make it a great day. I hope we gave you some good information or at least some information.
Yeah, something.
Right, we'll talk to you later.
Give us something to chew on.
That's right.
Bye.
Bye.